Polar tracking. Truly a feat of mankind's creation. Maybe one of the best tools in AutoCAD. Honestly, it's kind of meh now that I think about it. First thing you want to do, look in your status bar, make sure that bad boy is turned on, make it blue. So Polar Tracker, what it's going to do is give you kind of guidelines. Imagine like you're learning how to ride your bicycle for the first time. You want to make sure that you got training wheels on. What this allows you to do is draw lines at specific angles. So to find out at which angle we're drawing our lines at right now, let's go ahead and down to the Polar Tracker and right click that. And you're going to see that we're at 90, 180, 270, and 360. If you see below all that, you have a whole bunch of other options for angles. So you could go 45, you can go 90, 35, 180, so on and so forth, 30, 23, 18, 15, 10, and 5. Right now, we're just going to stick with 90 because it's kind of the simplest to show. So what I'm going to do is going to do the polyline command by typing PL spacebar, or you can go to the home ribbon and then in the drawings panel, you can hit polyline. So once I left click anywhere in space, you're going to start seeing these green guided lines. As I move my mouse across that green line, it'll keep me on that certain degree. So for this case, it'd be 0, and up here it would be 90. So you see, it's only giving me green lines for those 2 degrees. Same thing over here, we got 180 and we'll have 90 down here. What you'll see now is that you can actually input a certain distance that you want to go in that specific angle. So I'm just going to go 10 and hit enter. That will create a line 10 units from my starting, and then I'm going to go up 90, going to go 10 again, going to go left, go 10 again, and I'm going to close by going down, hitting 10 again. So now I just made a rectangle, all sides being at 10. If I draw it by hand, by just clicking without the Polar Tracker on, it doesn't give me those green guided lines.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
And now I can draw at different angles. Won't snap me to that 0 angle that I want to be at. I want to be on that horizontal point. Same thing with the vertical plane. It won't snap to that as well. Now we're going to get on to the real spice, if you will, for using Polar Tracker. What you can do is we're going to turn it back on. We're going to right click and we're going to go to tracking settings. This is going to pull up the dialog box for Polar Tracking. Now, the real spice is I can actually add an angle to my Polar Tracker. So I'm going to go to additional angles. I'm going to hit new and I'm going to type in 60. So what that will now do is give me a guidance line for 60 degree. Once I've hit OK, I can actually go down to my Polar Tracker, right click, and now that you'll see how I have a 60, 120, 180, and 240. This is really good for like civil work, especially since a lot of like parking is either going to be a 90, 45, or 60 degree angles. I use it only mainly for that 60 degree angle parking. We'll never have 45 degree. It's too small a parking space. Okay, honestly though, I actually don't really use Polar Tracking all that much because I believe in the Otho life.
Hell, it's about time.
Now, ortho mode, what that does is it will keep you at a 0 horizontal and a 90 vertical and not give you guidance. It'll just keep your line at that. You won't be able to put any other angle besides 0 and 90. What it does is it follows whatever your X and Y is for the drawing. You can actually see which way your X and Y is facing in the bottom left corner of your AutoCAD. To find ortho mode, it's going to be in the status bar again, right next to the Polar Tracker. So what we're going to do is we're going to click that on, and I'm going to show you by hitting a polyline again. But now you're going to see there's no green in line, but I'm just going at a 0 degree in the horizontal and a 90 in the vertical. But it gives me that dialog box to also go that same distance I want to go. So this time I'm going to go 5. I'm going to go up 5. I'm going to go to the left 5. And then I'm going to go back down 5. Completing my rectangle a little bit faster actually than Polar Tracker. Because sometimes you gotta be careful with Polar Tracker. If you go a little too far up or down, it'll get you off of that guidance line. One of the biggest things to know about Polar Tracker and ortho mode though, is they cannot be on at the same time. They just hate each other. That's pretty much everything you need to know about the basics for ortho and Polar Tracking. Hope you enjoyed watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.